Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be taking a look at one from the Young Turks, in particular done by Hassan Piker, Cenk's freaking nephew, appropriately named Brown Fabio by Atheism is Unstoppable. Basically Brown Fabio here, he's got a bug up his ass, because he doesn't like the fact of the violence on the left being called out along with the violence on the right. So he decides to go after Tomi. And it's actually kind of funny because you've got this, oh, I'm an alpha male. And instead of going after an actual male, like a punk bitch, he goes after a woman. That's fucking kind of sleazy, dude. It really is. And it's not like I'm white knighting for her, okay? It's just the fact of, you particularly chose her because you thought that you could fucking talk out your ass, and with the dumbed down crowd of the Young Turks that watch the videos, actually pull some fucking shit on this. Because she's popular, she actually attracts the attention of women on the left, and you don't want them to be looking at her and possibly sway away from the left of Marx fucking shit. Or sympathize with disgusting hate groups like BLM. Which, let's look at this title here. This viral rant tries to equate BLM to the KKK. Well, considering you have black people and white people that are each supremacists for their own ethnic background, they are similar. They can be equated. Now, if you want to talk about the fact of membership and sympathizers, okay, there is no comparison because there's only a couple thousand KKK in the United States, and a lot of them turned out to be law enforcement over the years, okay, that were undercover, trying to agitate shit. And no one really on the right, except for some, dumb fucks, okay, or, we'll narrow it down even more, whites. Because, this is about skin, race and skin color and ethnic background to you here, isn't it, Hassan? Barely anyone who's white supports the KKK. Now, on the other hand, BLM has thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of members. Tens of thousands, if not more. Compared to a couple thousand. It has sympathizers throughout the black community, the Hispanic community, and the liberal left of Marx whites, including a lot of just regular liberals that are, elitist, stupid fucks. So, you're right. They can't, she can equate them on certain levels, but you're right. She can't on others because BLM is way fucking worse. Sorry to break it to you. And before anyone tries to say, oh, well, you're just a cis white male. I'm a fucking mutt with non-white ethnicity in me mixed in with white ethnicity. So, fuck off. If I was, white supremacist, alt-right, or anything like that, I would fucking hate myself. And honestly, I don't. Now, look at the description. Tomi shamelessly uses Charlottesville to attack liberals after condemning the KKK and asking for Democrats to condemn BLM, as if they're even remotely similar. Well, they are. We just went through that. I basically destroyed this whole fucking video right off the bat, but we're still going to go through it. So, basically, the water buffalo's nephew, Brown Fabio, is just going to talk out his ass and be a fucking dick and scream and yell. Basically, he's like his uncle, except not fat and swilling bacon grease.
It's time for final thoughts, and yes, I will address the despicable display in Charlottesville this weekend.
Yes, it's time for final thoughts, sponsored by Toyota.
Okay, now, here's the thing. That's sponsored by Toyota. Fucking Toyota is sponsoring this shit. That is some fucked up, twisted stuff. It really is. Toyota's gonna basically, give them money to put this shit out. And before we go on any further, on that note, the left, look at PewDiePie with the Washington Post. I mean the Wall Street Journal. I apologize. Washington Post does a lot of shit, so it just popped in my head with the W. I meant to say the Wall Street Journal. But you look at what the Wall Street Journal, just a couple of reporters did in regards to PewDiePie. They set off the ad apocalypse. Now, we have to look at this as a war, because it is a war. And there are things that are acceptable to do during war, that are considered morally acceptable. And one of those things is economic warfare. If they're going to fuck with our livelihoods, we need to start fucking with their livelihoods. It's that simple. Because the people that are right of marks, they're the ones that are hardworking. They're the ones that are like saving their money, building credit, and going out and buying products. Okay? It's not these millennials that don't live in their parents' basements, don't have fucking jobs, or if they have jobs, they ain't making shit. Their parents are buying them all their shit. So what we need to do is start contacting companies and saying, you know, you're advertising here. And if we did that with the companies that are going through YouTube advertising, AdSense, so on and so forth, we could totally fuck the left financially, like they did to us. Why should we allow them to be able to finance their war against us? That makes absolutely no sense. So we really need to start looking at doing that. You know, you see a video like Queer Kid Stuff or David Pakman. Anything, you know, fuck, Riley Dennis, whatever. That's on the left that's got advertising on it. CNN, even. All right, MSNBC, whatever it is online, or even like when the cable networks I mentioned, directly contact the advertisers that advertise on them. We need to start having a coordinated effort to say, look, this is what you are financing. You want our money to pay your bills, you should stop throwing your money away on that. Because we're not going to buy your product if you're going to do it. Because we're the ones that actually buy products. Anyway, let's start listening to Hassan's bullshit. See, light supremacists in cars speaking nonsense. No, she's speaking fucking fact. I love how they personally attack her, and they don't actually really refute much of what she said, because they can't at Young Turks. Hassan knows that, so he's going to basically, you know, verbally go off on Tomi when she can't defend herself, and he's going to try to look all fucking tough and look all manly. And what did he do at the end of the day? He beat up on a fucking woman.
Where I will also be addressing the Charlottesville protests, but unlike you, Tomi,
So, what was that one?
This is a way to Toyota, where I will also be addressing the
kind of like comedians in cars. No, I don't get it, because it's not even remotely funny. I mean, you put it through so quickly, you assholes at Young Turks, that no one's gonna fucking see it. So you're like, oh, we'll be funny here. And because it isn't funny, we're going to get it off the screen really fucking quick.
Charlottesville protest, but unlike you, Tomi, I won't be using this as a way to launch yet another insane attack at the left. But first,
an insane attack at the left. Excuse me. But the left has been the one that has started pretty much all of the fucking violence, including Charlottesville there, Brown Fabio. Because video evidence, as in raw video, from where the shit started, shows Antifa starting the fucking the brawls. Okay, escalating it. They weren't even supposed to be there. Okay, they had permits to be at a different location, and they got their asses covered by these permits. Oh, they had permits. Yeah, not to fucking be there. And you had the police leading out those white supremacists and white nationalists and alt-right and white identitarians, and people who were actually there to protest the fact of the destruction of fucking history, 1984 fucking Stasi fucking communist style. Okay? So, fuck off, dude. You are a dishonest, sleazy piece of shit like your uncle. You are fucking pathetic.
First, tell us how much you hate your fan base.
First off, if she's denouncing them, they're not her fan base. Second, I love how you just go off with these personal attacks and make these insinuations, because the average young Turk viewer is just a dumbed down piece of shit. Well, let me rephrase that. They're dumbed down and being clueless about what's really going on around them, because instead of being an honest, legitimate news organization, you're propagandists. What about that $20 million your uncle took from the DNC and Hillary to shill for her? Oh, we called out Hillary. We called out Hillary. I remember your uncle saying that shit when he was debating, you know, Shapiro and in other places. So fuck off, dude. Seriously, you are a dishonest piece of shit. How much money do you get paid shilling, okay, and selling your soul and your integrity? How much money does it cost to buy you?
I think white supremacists still exist in 2017 is saddening, maddening, and disgusting.
Which, if you look, she's being honest. She's speaking from the heart, but yet you're going to try to twist this and make it sound like, you know, she's an asshole. Well, dude, you're the fucking asshole.
No association with these people.
I don't know about that.
President Trump has no association with these people.
I definitely don't know about that.
You don't know about that. Well, considering he's denounced them, he's told David Duke to get the fuck away from him. She's never had any ties to them, okay? You've never been able to prove anything. So what do you got to do? You basically have to libels print. So you have to slander her. So here you are slandering her and slandering the president. You have no actual basis to make the claim you just did. Well, I don't know about that. That's a declarative statement with your tonality. I mean, you might be able to have a sleazy fucking lawyer say, well, it isn't slander. But anyone with half a brain knows it is.
And the millions of hardworking and kind-hearted Trump supporters around this country have nothing to do with these people.
They don't have anything to do with it, but watch. He's going to be like, oh, well, guilt by association. Okay? You know, when it comes to the idea of Islamic terror and Islamic extremism, not all Muslims. Okay? But if you voted for a man, you're automatically a white supremacist. A lot of fucking Hispanics and blacks voted for Trump. You're going to say that they're white supremacists, that they are backing white supremacy, white supremacy?
If you want to see how these people behave under the veil of anonymity, you can look no further than the comments section of my Instagram page.
Okay, here you are, you're shilling not only the fucking false narrative that you are, you're shilling your fucking Instagram page, basically going, please troll me, please troll me. Dude, you're a fucking idiot.
I've been getting death threats for the past 2 days.
Oh yeah, you smirk about it, dude. Oh my god, you're virtue signaling, you're using victimhood. Some fucking masculine, manly man you are here, fucking Hassan. Dude, you're fucking personally attacking a woman, and you're fucking playing the victim in the process. Oh my god. Bro, Fabio, you are fucking pathetic, Hassan.
In fact, I've seen almost every single prominent conservative, including our president, come out and denounce this ugliness head on.
Okay.
Which he did. And he called out both sides. I love how you fucking... Oh yeah, BuzzFeed, reliable fucking source. This was actually proven bullshit. Okay, and I suggest Sargon Akkad covered this really, really well. I believe it was in his week of one of his Week in Stupids. But he covered this really well. He called out both, and you know, others have done it. Sticks Hex Hammer 666. The thing is, he didn't have a weak Charlottesville response. He waited to see what actually went down. He calls out both sides for being violent. Oh, no, not the left. Well, see, what I love is Antifa has, since with this video coming out, what had been announced that, yes, the federal government was considering it a terrorist group, you know, and that it had been giving warnings to, you know, communities where they were supposed to show up. That being said, that means Charlottesville got warned. The deputy mayor told the police to stand down. They allowed for this to happen. They wanted the confrontation. They wanted Antifa and BLM to kick the shit out of these people because they knew that they outnumbered them. Okay? You wanted the quote-unquote Nazis, white supremacists and such, to get their asses handed to them. It didn't exactly happen the way you want, and now you're trying to flip the fucking script. That's a little fucked up. Okay? They escalated the situation, BLM and Antifa, which led to that guy whose car did show that signs that it had been whacked with a bat, okay, and attacked. And I'm not using that to excuse what he did. I'm just saying, I doubt the white supremacist Nazis banged up his car with bats. Now, what does he do? He runs into the crowd. He goes GTA, you know, style into it. That's deplorable. It's disgusting. And you're trying to use it to group everyone. Now, if BLM had been removed, if Antifa had been removed because their permits were for a different location, this shit would have never happened. And you want to blame the right? How about that Democrat fucking mayor and this deputy mayor and the fucking police department do their goddamn fucking jobs and uphold the goddamn law that, you know, some were hired to do and some were elected to do? Oh, that would be too hard. And weak, he calls out both sides. Then, which this is trying to say, oh, you know, well, yeah, it was weak. No, it wasn't.
First of all, it took Donald Trump 3 full days before he came out to declare that racism is evil.
No, it didn't take 3 full days. Because he put out his statement, and all you little fuckers on the left pushing this bullshit fucking narrative that's been proven bullshit, okay, are trying to ignore the fact that he came out and condemned white supremacists and the quote-unquote Nazis, you know, less than a day later. And he kept continuing to do it. And then you take the repetitive fact where he had to reread back the point where he's rereading back his speech. Okay? At the Trump Tower. And you say that's when he did it. No. That was 3 days later. He had already done it. You dishonest little fuck. You, BuzzFeed, all of you all. You're all dishonest. Your uncle and you are bought off, you know, propagandists.
And since you made this video before Trump's press conference this morning and currently lack the capabilities of future seeing, let's talk about Trump's first reaction to Nazis parading in the streets.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it. Because here you are attacking her and trying to sound like you're coming from a side of knowledge, and all you've done is presented personal attacks against her.
This egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides.
I'm sorry, what? Hell no!
Yes, on many sides, because you had black fucking supremacists and communists. Antifa are communists. They're either, you know, they're anarcho-communists or straight communists. But in some way, shape, or form, they're fucking communists. Okay? Communists have killed way more fucking people than the Nazis ever did. Okay? Hell, Stalin himself killed way more people than the fucking Nazis ever did running the USSR. And I love how this picture keeps getting paraded around. The one fucking swastika fucking flag. Something that has to be special ordered off of Amazon. A guy that has just shows up. You know, there's a lot of shady shit going on with this guy. It looks like, you know, I'm not pushing a conspiracy theory. Aiden Paladin was talking about this, and others have been talking about this, and they've, you know, looked at the evidence, and it looks like this guy might have been a plant. Okay? To throw the whole Nazi thing in. Because, I mean, look, he's mixed in with all these Confederate flags. And there's a lot of other stuff with this. And I suggest you go and check it out. I'm not saying he's a plant, but it wouldn't surprise me, considering one of the organizers of Unite the Right, and this came out in the WikiLeaks dump of Hillary and Podesta's emails, you know, the DNC emails, has direct close ties, I should say, to Hillary Clinton. Directly. And in an email to Podesta, I believe it is, said that she wants him kept in the loop 4 times a week, but not him or anyone in his group is to get a job at the White House. So to me, it looks like this was some, like, you know, let's set this shit up type of situation. I mean, that's just kind of suspicious. It's Unite the Right. And then another organizer worked for CNN. I mean, so they're trying to push this fucking narrative, and all this left-leaning fucking, I mean, and CNN has, you know, and proven ties to the CIA besides Anderson fucking Cooper. So there's all this shady shit going on here, and they're trying to push this narrative. And even when Pelosi has had to come out and denounce Antifa, fucking Hassan here is gonna fucking make them sound like they're the world's greatest fucking thing. They're freedom fighters. You know, they're activists.
No, there isn't. You have Nazis working.
A Nazi. I love this. Nazis, no. He's not even a Nazi. He's got a Nazi flag, a swastika flag. And you're like, Nazis! And you're pointing, you have one flag. There was no other fucking swastika flags there. I love this example. Nazis! One dude with a flag. Everyone else has got Confederate flags. So if you want to say, you know, neo-Confederate surrounding a single Nazi, you might be a little more accurate.
Side by side with Confederates. And then you have the good guys on the other side.
No, as I just said, a Nazi surrounded by neo-Confederates, because there are no real fucking Confederates anymore. He's a neo-Nazi, if he is a Nazi, which I'm not buying. Like I said, the shady shit makes you wonder. But yeah, so neo-Confederates and a neo-Nazi. Hassan is a dishonest fucking shit. He really is. I think he's actually worse than his uncle on, you know, conflation and personal attacks and flat out lying. He's a scumbag.
That's 2 sides. This isn't fucking Game of Thrones. And by the way...
Oh, there's 2 sides. Okay, what about Antifa and the black supremacists known as BLM, motherfucker? That means there was four fucking sides, at least. Or actually 2. Because you got each side, you know, each group on either side united with each other. So shut the fuck up, you dishonest fucking shit.
It's not like Trump is known for measured, mild-tempered responses, so his neutral tone in this instance was absolutely deliberate. I mean, look at...
Well, yes, it was deliberate, because he wanted to know what the fuck was going on, okay? Calling out someone on Twitter, okay, is different, you stupid fuck, okay, than looking at a situation and being the president and dealing with it appropriately, which he did deal with it appropriately by calling out the violence on all sides. Not only that, when you're tweeting stuff that's turning out to be actually true, which I'm going to be doing a video on this because, Cenk going, no, there's no voter fraud, that's a complete lie, when he just watched, you know, fucking Hillary, you know, there's no election fraud, there's no voter fraud, there's no fiction. You know, when he just watched Hillary steal the Democratic nomination from Bernie, all right, with Trump tweeting out that, you know, with the illegal votes. Well, it just came out that it looks like there was at least 5,000 votes cast in New Hampshire, okay, from out of fucking state. And that was what swung the state to Hillary. So you and Cenk can shut the fuck up because, you know, when he's talking about that and he's proven right. So he opens his mouth when he knows what he's saying has a basis in fact, okay? And when you talk about Snopes and PolitiFact, they debunk the same fucking thing 30 fucking times, go, oh, he's 95% wrong. So you trying to play this dude is complete shit because he actually does his job as president, says, wait a minute, I should actually look at this. And he did. And then he made a call. And the call he made was the appropriate one, to call out everyone. Because why the fuck should Antifa get a fucking pat on the back for starting all that shit? Why the fuck should BLM get a pat on the back for starting all that shit? Because they're the ones who started the violence, escalated the violence, okay? Tried to flamethrow a fucking dude. And here you are trying to be like, oh, well, you know, look at the left was all peaceful. And I love how you tried to crop out the, you know, at the Young Turks, the flamethrowing dude. And go, look at this guy. He fired a shot over into a crowd. No, he was defending an individual from getting freaking torched. See, you guys are fucking sleaze. I mean, I'm only a minute 33 in dealing with you. And we're 20, almost 27 minutes.
This is some of the subjects Donald Trump has been harsher on than Nazis. He called Mexicans rapists and thugs.
Okay, no, he did not. He did not call all of them. I love this. He said that we are not getting their best, which we are not. Okay? Mexico literally was opening up their prisons, loading their criminals on buses, and fucking running them to the border, dude. That's a documented fucking fact. Okay, they're murderers, they're rapists, they're child molesters. Got a fucking free ride on a bus to the border, a few pesos, and said, hey, there you go. Have fun. The cartels control, all right. Have you been to Arizona, dude? Because I know people who have. And you don't want to be in Arizona near the border, dude, because of the drug cartels and the criminals and such. You are fucking disgusting. And I believe this is where the next one comes up with New Hampshire. And this is the one that really chapped my fucking ass.
And murderers. He called New Hampshire a drug-infested den.
Because, you stupid fuck, as a New Englander, and I'm going to say it, I live in New Hampshire, okay? I know more about this fucking state than you do, okay? I know more about New England because I spend a lot of time around New England, whether it be, you know, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, okay, Maine, even Connecticut, and which wants to be called New England, but back in the day they weren't considered part of New England. Anyways, that's a different story altogether. And the thing is, he was right. Okay, New Hampshire has an opioid fucking crisis, you piece of fucking shit. All right? New Hampshire is one of the worst stricken states by the opioid crisis, to be exact. And you want to say, oh, he lied about New Hampshire. No, motherfucker. You're lying about New Hampshire. You're talking out of your ass. As someone who lives here and has seen the devastation, okay, of heroin and opioids firsthand, you are a pathetic, weaselly, slimy piece of shit to try to act like what he said about New Hampshire wasn't true. He is trying to help us deal with this problem. And you want to try to fucking say what he's saying about New Hampshire is bad and wrong? No, it's the fucking truth. Something that you guys at the Young Turks are quite unfamiliar with.
He's called Rosie O'Donnell a pig.
Because Rosie O'Donnell is a pig. I mean, you've personally attacked Tomi and Trump. You've insinuated that they're fucking white supremacists. You've called them racists. you know, basically through insinuation as well, in different ways. Dude, so shut the fuck up. At least he's honest. She is a pig.
I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired.
He's called mainstream media an enemy of the American people.
Because they are. Because a lot of them are affiliated with the government and government agencies like the Central Intelligence Agency. And there's been a law that's passed that said that the government can propagandize the American people using the media. And that's exactly what's been going on with this whole deep state fucking Russia bullshit that like you've been pushing. And that you're actually, you know, kind of part of this. So you are an enemy to the American people, Hassan, you fucking sleazy piece of shit. Yeah. So he's right. And you're upset because him calling you guys out has people waking up and they're not buying into the shit you're fucking feeding them because they're going to actual alternative outlets. They're going to actual, you know, center of left of center if they're like left leaning or whatever. They're going to other outlets to get way more views than you. This only has 154,125 views, dude. That's fucking pathetic. And you've got 3.4 million fucking subscribers. And on this note, it not only has had advertising on it when I originally loaded it. I'm not signed in. This has got offensive language and everything else, but yet YouTube isn't censoring it like it's doing the alternative media. Talk about double fucking standards.
Well, he's even attacked Diet Coke. He said no.
Okay, yeah, I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke, which also, with Coke Zero and Diet Coke, the artificial sweeteners have been proven to actually cause you to put weight on. So what he's saying has a basis in fact.
No skinny person drinks it. Donald Trump drinks Diet Coke.
Did you have multiple pictures of him drinking Diet Cokes, or he drank a Diet Coke? Because so far, all you've proven is he's drank a Diet Coke. And he isn't a thin man. He isn't fat, but he isn't thin. So he's still correct. I love how you try to attack him and then point that out. You're a fucking idiot.
But when it comes to white supremacists and Nazis who happen to be prominent vocal members of his voting bloc, we get to...
Whoa. We're talking about a prominent amount. No. As I said, there's only a couple thousand members of the KKK in this country. There's only a couple thousand members of, you know, any of those white nationalist groups, like the one that Hillary has direct fucking ties to that helped organize the fucking shit. Okay? There's only several thousand. So we're talking about several thousand people compared to the the millions upon millions who voted for him. So I love how, because I voted for Trump, you're trying to claim I'm a white supremacist because, you're insinuating that the majority of his fucking, fan base and those who voted for him are white supremacists. Well, again, I'm not fucking fully white, asshole. So I can't be a white supremacist, and I'm not going to be one by association. So fuck you. I mean, this is how stupid his logic is.
Deflection. The fucking Tiki Torch Company has shown more integrity denouncing neo-Nazis than Donald Trump has.
Whoa, wait a minute. He denounced all sides. He then, within less than a day, denounced the white supremacists and the Nazis. He got attacked for not doing it fast enough, and claims by you guys and others saying that he didn't do it at all. So then he does it on Twitter multiple times. He then does it at the press conference, and then you try to claim that's when he finally does it. You're fucking pathetic.
But what do you have to say about that, Tommy?
And let me say this to all of you social media warriors out there.
You are broadcasting from your Honda Civic to Facebook. News.
Okay. She works for fucking Fox, you asshole. She worked for The Blaze. Who the fuck do you work for? Oh, that's right, your uncle. You wouldn't have a real fucking job to afford that bling you got, motherfucker. Okay? That you'd be working at McDonald's flipping fucking burgers. All right? If it wasn't for your fucking uncle. And you're going to attack her for recording a video in her car. Dude, you'd be recording from your mom's fucking basement if it wasn't for Uncle Cenk and you go and your fucking mother or father, well, Piker, so it has to be your mother, okay, is related to him and went, Cenk, can you do me a favor? Can you hire my useless fucking son? I mean, that sounds pretty much how it was to me. I mean, unless, Piker is his mother's name. But anyway, mother or father went to mother or father and said, do me a solid, okay? Went to you or went to your parents and said, look, talk to your kid. Give my kid a fucking job. He's getting all that fucking money from Qatar. He could at least throw a little my son's way. He is his fucking nephew. I mean, well, yeah, that's right. If he's the nephew, so that means this is probably Cenk's sister. So, yeah. Dude, shut the fuck up. Did you ever work a real job in your life? Did you have to actually go out and get one? No. Mom, I need a job. Let me call Uncle Cenk. Cenk, give my son a job or I'm going to talk to Mommy and Dad. I'm going to talk to Mom and Dad. Okay. Dude, so shut the fuck up. That's the story of your fucking life. What else have you done?
Newsflash, Tommy, you and I are both social media warriors. Although only one of us got fired from a TV network. That was you.
We've gone out.
Okay, and the reason why you won't get fired is because your fucking uncle owns the fucking Young Turks. That's why you can be as useless as you are and still have a fucking job and afford all that fucking bling. So, dude, shut the fuck up.
Out of your way to pin this on conservatives, on Trump supporters, on Republicans. You should be ashamed of yourselves. That kind of nonsense is uncalled for.
That kind of nonsense is uncalled for. Because what you're doing is you're generalizing a group while going, not all. Talk about double fucking standards. And I love his fake little fucking laugh. Dude, were you fucking seizing? Because that looked like a fucking seizure. Let's look at this again. This fake fucking laugh.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. That kind of nonsense is uncalled for.
I mean, look at his hands come up. He's fucking seizing out. He's like, they cut the camera away because he started having a fucking seizure. That was the fakest fucking laugh, if it was a laugh. I'm thinking like I just said seizure, though.
What kind of nonsense is uncalled for? I love this part. I genuinely love this part. Because you made a career pinning bullshit on liberals.
Bullshit on liberals? What? What bullshit? Let's see if you actually list some bullshit. Because what she did was actually report on stuff. And what she, quote unquote, pinned to liberals as bullshit was fucking fact, motherfucker. You, on the other hand, have fucking personally attacked her and not actually brought up any real fucking facts.
You said Black Lives Matter is the KKK.
They are! Dude! When the leaders of Black Lives Matter are saying whites are sub-fucking human and they're like basically talking about wiping them out and wanting to kill them and shit like that, dude, they are! They're worse than the KKK because they're larger than the KKK. They're actually fucking violent, unlike the KKK. At least these days, because the KKK is just a couple thousand, fucking inbred rednecks. Dude, they are the KKK.
And now that we're actually dealing with the KKK, you're still using this as an opportunity to attack the left. What good do you think you're doing?
Well, what good do you think you're doing, dude? Well, let's fucking bring up this fucking fact. Because you're not doing any good. Because she's actually calling them out for what they are. Fucking the black equivalent to the fucking KKK. But the big difference is they're violent and the KKK has been peaceful up until they get attacked by BLM and fucking Antifa at Unite the Right.
Especially when you use this violent racist attack that left 20 people wounded and killed Heather Heyer to go back and launch an attack on Antifa?
Whoa, wait a minute. So here you are, like all the idiots on the left, you've been using this to attack everyone on the fucking right, when it was an individual. What happened to personal fucking responsibility? Oh, that's right. The left doesn't believe in personal fucking responsibility. Okay. And oh, to attack Antifa. You mean the ones who started the fucking fight? The black-clad shitbags who had black BLM standing next to them, who charged right at them? Okay, after throwing a fucking cement fucking filled glass bottle? That Antifa fuckwit?
As if counter-protesters were equally at fault?
Counter-protesters! Excuse me! What they were doing in the park was not a protest. Okay? It was a rally. So you can't call them protesters because they weren't protesting. It's called the Unite the Right rally. Set up by a guy from CNN and someone who has a white supremacist who has, was it the, oh God, what are they? The National Social Workers, whatever the fuck it is, party. I mean, I can't think of it. But he's got direct ties to fucking Hillary, dude. But yeah, so fuck you. I mean, you are fucking pathetic. So, you know, when you're trying to say, oh, well, they're counter-protesters. You can't. They're protesting people there that are exercising their First Amendment rights, were doing so peacefully, had the police fucking funnel them, you know, instead of sending them out entrances where Antifa wasn't. No, sent them out an entrance where they were going to be bottlenecked in and get attacked, which is exactly what happened.
If you want to call out violence and hate and lawlessness and bigotry, don't forget to include the so-called anti-fascists on your list. They're far from innocent in this, so let's hear you call them out too.
That's like saying the KKK and civil rights activists were both at fault for lynchings in the Jim Crow South. It's so—
Whoa, 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 whoa! I gotta hear this one again, because the mental fucking gymnastics. Hassan, you're just a fucking pretty face, dude. That was the stupidest fucking thing I've heard come out of someone's mouth of the Young Turks, and I've heard some fucking doozies out of your uncle and fucking Anna's mouth. You stupid fuck.
And civil rights activists.
They're far from innocent in this, so let's hear you call them out too.
That's like saying the KKK and civil rights activists were both at fault for lynchings in the Jim Crow South.
Okay, you're trying to compare peaceful fucking protesters with violent fucking thugs who, on video you will not show on your network, shows them starting the violence at Charlottesville. Dude, Martin Luther King, if V said this, if he could bring him back, fucking Zombie King, okay, with fucking, oh, I don't remember exactly what he said, but yeah, if he could do it, I would love to see Zombie fucking MLK Jr. fucking tear into you. He would be like, I had a dream, and now you've turned it into a nightmare, you moron, okay? You people are fucking pathetic.
It's so disingenuous to, on the one hand, empower your Confederate fan base with your anti-immigration, anti-BLM rhetoric, and then—
Whoa. Now we got to bring in immigration. I don't understand how immigration comes into this one. Anti-immigration. No. It's not anti-immigration. I love how he makes that such a broad general statement. Hassan, we are against illegal aliens, not immigrants, because to immigrate somewhere, you have to do so legally. The term immigrant is for someone who comes to a country legally. If you're not here legally, you're a fucking alien. Oh, well, that hurts their feelings. Well, fuck them and their feelings. Because you know what they said? Fuck you and your feelings when they crossed the fucking border. They said, fuck you and the services that you deserve because I want them. Okay, there's a fucking difference, dude. All right, we take in more people than all the other countries in the fucking world. What more do you want us to do, you shitbrick?
briefly denounced not—
Oh, but hold on. Let me clarify that. We take more in than the rest of the world combined. I just want to let that sink in. So why don't you bitch about Japan, okay? Oh, that's right. The Japanese would go, fuck you. Oh, why don't you talk to South Korea? They'd go, oh, no, fuck you. China, fuck you. Okay? Brazil, they'd be like, fuck you. Okay? In Portuguese. Yeah, any other country you try to pull this shit on, they'd go, fuck you, dude. But if we do it, we're fucking racists? Are you kidding me? Oh, fucking pathetic, Hassan. You seriously, your logic is so flawed. Dude, were you dropped on your head as a fucking child? You know, I'm thinking like when the spot on the top of the head hadn't grown in. Because you seriously are fucked in the head.
Nazis, only to follow it up with, why won't the left denounce Antifa? Is it fact?
Whoa, anti-fascist equals... Whoa, no. Okay. Sargon Akkad, and this was actually in one of his This Week in Stupid, I believe. He actually talks about this, okay? And he goes into great detail, okay? The communists come. The communists were here going back to, you know, the Occupy movement, okay? What they do is they cause an environment of nationalism, okay, and counter. They get more, which is a result of it. So they create that environment, okay, of conservatism and nationalism. Because people are like, whoa, wait one fucking minute. Then they escalate, become Antifa to go after that right, because they then claim they're fascist, and then actual fascists appear. That happened in Germany. That happened in Italy. So, dude, they're the opposite ends of the same fucking coin. Okay? The extremists on the right and the extremists on the left, the alt-left and alt-right, on the note of the extremist part. They're literally polar fucking opposites. They believe in a lot of different things, but the difference is one wants an ethno-state. Okay? The other one wants a global fucking, you know, communist system. So you can equate them together. They're they're the opposites of each other. And to say that those are people that are on the extreme right are right is a crock of shit as well. Because they believe, for the most part, a lot of them believe in socialism. So they're left. It's the left versus the left. And this side of the left has latched onto us. We don't want them. You can fucking have them. Take them.
Fascists and anti-fascists are the same. This is exactly why these assholes no longer feel the need to wear robes and hide their faces, Tommy.
No, the reason why they aren't wearing robes and hiding their faces, unlike Antifa, is they are not ones going out committing fucking crimes.
They feel emboldened by commentators like...
Okay, I love this one. Anglin. Okay? A person I cannot stand. I've dealt with him on Minds. Okay? I personally... Okay, have no love for that individual. All right, he's definitely in need of some fucking help, because everything's the fucking Jew, everything's the fucking no, dude, that's not how it works. But I love this. So they take Anglin and they use him. Trump comments were good. He didn't attack us. When asked to condemn, he just walked out of the room. Really, really good. God bless him. Which is not what Trump said. He condemned all fucking sides, including him. I love how you fucking completely misrepresent this. He condemned Anglin. But because Anglin is delusional and says, oh, Trump didn't come after us. He didn't attack us. No, he fucking did, you moron. You're just too stupid to realize it. And because you're too stupid to realize it, you gave this stupid fuck fuel for his bullshit fucking argument to go after the president. You know what? Dude, keep your fucking opinions about the president to yourself, because you are only hurting him and the rest of us who want nothing to do with you. Okay? Seriously. All right, and if this isn't considered a denouncement of him, and that I would never have anything to do with him, I don't know what to say to anyone if they don't think that's a denouncement. Except, fuck yourselves if you don't think it is.
Like you providing them cover with terrifying false equivalencies.
Let's hear you denounce...
False equivalencies? No. That's not a false equivalency. Antifa. What did they do? In Berkeley, multiple fucking times, including the most recent attack, which caused Pelosi and a bunch of people on the left to denounce Antifa. Oh, that's right. They start violence, and they go out in groups and they attack single individuals because, heaven forbid, one-on-one happens, because then, you know what? Even those fucking peace-loving religious people that were at the last Berkeley event, even one of them could have taken one of those skinny jeans wearing fucking wannabe ninjas.
Denounce the crap as well.
You literally just said I denounce Nazis for killing people, and then asked, why won't the left denounce the people protesting Nazis for killing people?
Well, wait a minute. They're not protesting. Protesting, asshole, doesn't involve starting the fucking violence. I love how you keep pushing this false fucking narrative, Hassan. Okay, I'm going to say, people, like I already said, I'm going to reiterate. Seriously, contact Toyota. Tell them that, all right, let them know about this video. Okay, say this is the video on YouTube. You need to go look at it. We're not going to buy your products if you keep sponsoring this. We need to hurt Cenk and this little fuckwit in the wallet. Because if Uncle Cenk ain't going to be able to pay his bills, he ain't going to be able to pay Shitwit's salary. Now, is he? Do you want to fuck with our livelihood? Will they still get paid? No. War is fucking war. Economics, okay, is an acceptable form of warfare.
Your reaction video is basically Donald Trump's original bullshit non-response drawn out to its logical limits, Tommy.
No, it isn't. Okay? It's an actual fucking response. Dude, you have not refuted anything she's fucking said. You have not provided any facts. You have not provided any logic. You have talked out of your fucking ass. So basically what you've done is you've extended this bullshit leftist fucking, you know, deep state fed fucking narrative that was handed to you, okay, to its logical extension to the, well, illogical extension because there's no logic behind it, but we'll say logical extension to where as far as you can bring it and try to make it believable. And that, saying that is fucking pushing it because, dude, you went way beyond believable. Like, 2 minutes back.
Democrats.
Actually, less than that. All right, more than that, I mean. Like, you know, 3 minutes back. Actually, fuck, the second you open your mouth up.
After the violence at Berkeley and Portland and, yes, Charlottesville. After the BLM riots in Ferguson, Baltimore, Baton Rouge, and St. Paul.
And then you paint a broad brush over all the left-wing activism and equate it back to Nazis beating black people with bait.
Whoa, no. She stated actual facts because she cited where they actually caused violence and brought up the incidents where they did. So, no, she's not trying to paint, you know, do what you're claiming. You, on the other hand, are. You're trying to portray everyone on the right as Nazis, racists, and all that, when she never did that. I love this fucking projecting that these people on the left do, especially the Young Turks, okay? Oh, well, you can't say that you're better. And then Anna goes, I'm better than you, fuck you. Okay, so, yeah, all they do is project.
Baseball bats. Here's why that's incredibly intellectually dishonest, even for you. Well, first off, because Nazis.
Hold on. I love this. He talks about intellect and dishonesty. Number one, you don't have an intellect, dude. And you are dishonest. And I love how you start out going, Nazis! But Nazis! No, dude. There was one Nazi in a picture you showed. There was, you know, neo-Confederates. You didn't show the KKK guys because there was only a crowd of like 5 of them there. You didn't show the guy any pictures of the organizers because, oh, they both have ties directly to, you know, the left or Hillary herself. So let's talk about intellectual dishonesty, or just dishonesty in general, because as I said, you have no intellect.
Duh, working side by side with Confederates.
I love this. Nazis and Confederates. Dude, first off, if they were Confederates or actual factual fucking Nazis, we'd have a zombie invasion, okay? We would be dealing with The Walking Dead. We would... All right? You'd be one of the first fucks to get their brains eaten. Because why? You're a stupid little fuck that's clueless, okay? And couldn't defend himself if his life depended on it. You'd be zombie chow. if they were actual fucking Confederates and Nazis. There was one neo-Nazi, okay, quote-unquote neo-Nazi in that picture with some neo-Confederates. You didn't show the people that were actually protesting the statue that didn't have any flags or any of that other crap.
Or armed militia patrolling the streets with Confederate flag patches and Nazi patches, like...
No, that's a complete lie. They did not have Confederate flag or Nazi patches on them. You are a complete lying, dishonest piece of shit. Because the footage of all of them, not one of them had any of those patches on them. I love how you show some footage that clearly shows that, okay, and talk out your ass and lie. All right, the militia was there to try to keep the event peaceful for both sides. Okay, mostly to protect people that were on the right. I hate to say it, but the reason for it is because they knew what Antifa and BLM have done in the past. And what did they do? They did the same thing here and started the fucking violence. You're like, oh, they were protesting. No, they weren't fucking protesting, Hassan. Okay, they were there for a fucking fight.
Like they're doing an ISIS-style hostile takeover. How is this the same? Can you...
An ISIS-style... Dude! So now we've gone from comparing all of the... making all of the right sound like they're fucking Nazis. And fucking KKK. You can't make a butt. One minute we're KKK, the next minute we're fucking Nazis. Oh, and now we're fucking ISIS. Oh shit! Because you're doing this broad generalized statement because it's either you're with us or you're with them. So because you paint me in with them, I guess I'm fucking ISIS now. Holy fucking shit, Hassan! How the fuck did Toyota sponsor this? People, contact Toyota and tell them to pull their advertising, please.
Can you imagine black people who can't protest without opposition even attempt to exercise their Second Amendment rights while protesting like this?
Oh, I love how you bring up the color thing in this. Excuse me. If they're fucking legally fucking carrying, yeah, they can do it. It's called the Second Amendment, you stupid fuck. And first off, the black protesters, you'd have BLM. They're all gangbangers, you know, at least in like, the initial riots, a lot of them were fucking gangbanging thugs. I'm not going to say all. So they already had guns. I mean, for fuck's sake, there was photos of them all over fucking YouTube. BLM supporters, okay? All over fucking Facebook and Twitter and shit, dude. Fucking packing heat. So what the fuck are you talking about?
You still shit on Colin Kaepernick for kneeling in his protest, and now you direct your crosshairs of blame at liberals?
I love this. We got to bring in the fucking football player who basically don't have a job right now because he sucked the last couple fucking seasons. It's not because he's black or took a fucking knee. It's because he can't play worth a fucking shit anymore. Okay? Now, if Doug Flutie took a fucking knee, okay, back in his fucking heyday, and they had actually gave him a fucking chance, okay, guess what? He would still have a fucking he would have had a contract, okay? Because guess what? The Patriots brought him back, and he fucking produced, and it showed that he produced in the Canadian Football League. He could have done what the fuck he wanted, and he could have got away with it, and it's not because he's white. It's because he can fucking produce, okay? Bo knows, okay? That motherfucker... This day and age, 2 sports, okay? He could have taken a fucking knee, could have done it in both fucking sports, and guess what? People wouldn't have had a problem. Well, they would have had a problem with it, but they wouldn't have had a problem with him getting another fucking contract because they would have went, shit, he fucking produces. Yes, I disagree with him. Okay? Fucking Kaepernick, fucking fucknut, little shitbag, okay? It's because he sucked. I disagree with what he did, but... if he produced, if they wanted to give him a contract, I'd have no fucking problem with it. But you look at how he played, he did shitty. Some people lose their ability to play after a season or two because they get figured out on what their capabilities are. So, and that's what happened to him. Because he really wasn't that great. It was just they hadn't seen him before. And once they saw him, he got fucked.
Will you call out the violent left?
A fucking neo-Nazi drove from Ohio to Charlottesville to kill people and succeed.
No, he did not drive there to kill people. Okay? He drove there to take part and unite the right. Antifa and fucking BLM, once the police fucking brought those people from Unite the Right into their crosshairs intentionally, attacked them, which escalated the situation. What did the people on the Unite the Right side do? Well, they figured if we're going to get attacked, we're going to go out the way we came in. Yelling, kicking, screaming, okay, arms flailing, hitting people, okay, covered in someone else's fucking blood. Because if they're going to try to kill me, I'm going to try to kill them. And that was the fact of it. When you throw a fucking cement-filled bottle at someone, and that's the first incident of violence, your group started the fucking shit. And that wasn't the Unite the Right side throwing that bottle. It was fucking Antifa BLM. All right, and he drove there to be a part of it. And if you look at his car, there was marks from being hit with baseball bats and other things, okay? So that escalated the situation even more to where he just, it sounds like fucking snapped and decided to drive into a fucking crowd. But yeah, you're going to use this to try to equate to all of us. No, because Antifa started that shit. BLM started that shit. But yet it's it's anyone on the right's fault because we're all fucking Nazis and fucking Confederates and all this fucking shit that you don't even know because you don't have a fucking clue. I mean, you're saying Confederates and Nazis. And no, it was Confederates and a Nazi. And he wasn't even an actual Nazi because, again, you don't know history. And if they were actual Confederates and Nazis, they'd all be fucking zombies.
Successfully drove his car into a crowd of counter-protesters like a goddamn...
I love this. He drove his car. Counter-protesters. No, protesters. They weren't counter-protesters because the people that Unite the Right weren't protesting. They were having a rally.
Terrorist. So yeah, let's call out the violent left when we have 18 Republican legislators who have introduced bills to make this act of terrorism legal. This is...
No. Oh, I love this. No. It's to stop BLM and fucking Antifa from attacking people and calling it fucking protesting. Okay, a lot of those laws that he's talking about are unmasking laws that are proposed in states right now. Okay, which there was one, and there's one in Massachusetts, and the Boston mayor, okay, decided to ignore the state law and told the police to ignore that shit. All right, if the Boston mayor had fucking enforced that law, a lot of the shit in Boston wouldn't have happened. If there was an unmasking law in fucking in Virginia, a lot of this shit wouldn't have happened. And what he's talking about is to stop the protesting. So, unmasking people, saying if you're going to go out there and protest, you shouldn't be there masked, because if you're going to be masked, you're up to no good. Is to stop them? No, it's to stop the violence. It's not infringing on their right to free speech. There's nothing in the fucking Constitution, Hassan, that says that you have a right to free speech and dress up like fucking ISIS. Or a fucking skinny jeans wearing fucking ninja.
This is why there aren't many sides to this, Tommy. And it might...
Yes, there are many sides, you disingenuous fuck. Because you haven't fucking proven that there aren't. You've just lied about the one side and said, no, it's just the other side. These are peaceful protesters. And you don't show the video of the actual escalation starting where Antifa is throwing, someone from the Antifa fucking BLM side is throwing a friggin' bottle filled with a glass bottle filled with cement. And I keep bringing that point up because I got to send it home, because when you're dealing with a stupid fuck at the Young Turks, okay, they don't understand facts and logic and evidence and things like that.
It seem like I'm attacking you, but I'm actually asking you for help. This is why we need people like you to issue condemnations without trying...
Oh, the condemnation. She did, asshole. She called out BLM. She called out the KKK. She called out the white supremacists. I love how you're playing this, dude. Here you are. You called all the right white supremacists. You want her to call all Trump supporters and all the right fucking racists and white supremacists and all that. I love this. You put your feelings on disingenuously. You talk about being disingenuous and then fucking give disingenuous fucking feelings, dude. You are a shitbag.
Trying to lob back cheap shots against the left. Because
cheap shots? No, dude, not cheap shots. Fucking facts. Deal with it.
You can't truly condemn Nazis and then claim that Charlottesville is no different from liberal protests. I want you...
Whoa. Liberal protests. Whoa. Excuse me? So the bike lock wielding fucking Berkeley professor was a fucking protest. the fucking psycho bitch Moldy Locks going to collect Nazi scalps, okay, at a free speech rally where there was no Nazis? That's fucking... Oh, dude, you are a fucking moron.
You to understand that, just like I understand that not all Trump supporters are Nazi.
Oh, wait a minute, but you just basically called them all white. No, because you think they're all white supremacists. Dude, you basically implied every fucking one of them are white supremacists, Nazis, KKK, fucking Confederates, and all this other shit, dude. So shut the fuck up. You just basically, for fucking 5 minutes and 26 seconds, just did that. You are a lying piece of shit.
And look, talk of economic anxiety aside, it is undeniable that race has played an important role for some. And this...
Yeah, race, yeah, it did. The BLM motherfuckers who were there with Antifa, which if you look at the Antifa rules, whites are the rule of all evil, or root of all evil. Okay, we need to basically die to bring about their glorious communist fucking revolution. So yeah, there was racism against fucking whites. There was a small group of fucking racists against non-whites, okay, that had other people mixed in with it. But then you had the racist fucks of BLM and Antifa who outnumbered them. And they were peaceful. They left protests. Unmasking laws are going to silence people. Why? Because they can't hide their face while they're kicking the shit out of someone. That's why.
The administration is absolutely aware of that. Otherwise, it wouldn't take 3 days of bipartisan verbal tomahawks launched at them before coming out with a real statement of condemnation.
3 days, my ass. I love how he brings this back up. No. Less than a day later, he condemned the white supremacists and the KKK and the neo-Nazis. He condemned all those the anti-white like hate. All right. He condemned all that less than a day later. Okay, you're saying 3 days, as I already said, when he had the press conference at Trump Tower, okay, and took out his statement that he made and reread it. And you're going, oh, well, 3 days later. No, he did it in less than a day later, dude. Fuck you.
This is why taking on white supremacy has to be a collaborative effort. And I call upon you, Tommy, and other like-minded conservatives to have these difficult conversations with your friends and fans. We always ask black people and Muslims to police their own communities, and the time has now come for white people to do the same. I'm Hassan.
Okay, I love this.
Please share this video with your friends if you want to condemn Nazis without attacking the left. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Hassan D. Piker and on Twitter at Hassan the Hun. And this has been The Breakdown.
Okay. You know, I love this. Well, this is a time to come together. What he's saying is I love this. Hey, you got to come to our side. Okay, you know, ignore Antifa and BLM. Nothing to see there. They didn't fucking, cause riots and, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars worth of damage at this point collectively. Oh, no. Yeah, they're just peaceful protesters. Okay, that's a peaceful protest of destruction. That's a peaceful protest of kicking the shit out of someone. So, basically, this is a recruitment video, in my opinion, for BLM and Antifa. And Toyota needs to be called out on this and said, wait a minute, why are you advertising with them? When they're pushing this type of stuff and they're completely lying about a situation, why are you advertising with them? I won't buy a product from you if these are your companies, if your company's going to literally sponsor this type of content. Because when you sponsor this type of content directly, and it's not just like, advertising like on the note of, say, that the ads being served up by, say, YouTube. They know what they're getting into. Anyway, I've taken a 6-minute and 11-second video, and I've made it over an hour here, having to refute all the stupid shit that this moron has said. I hope you found it entertaining. If you like the video, upvote it or give it a thumbs up, depending on where you're watching it. Definitely, if you want to see more of my content, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, ring that bell so you get alerted to when new content goes up. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one.